This is not muted at all. You guys should see the switches we're doing today. Dude, when I saw this box of them, I actually thought they sent me some like mangas or something, and I'm like, what is this? These are the boxes for the switches. They're called Kaisya switches. I don't really know how to pronounce them, but they're pre-lubed. They're very interesting. I'm gonna buy those now. They're, hold on, I have to read. I was looking up the switch specs. Interesting. I don't know how I feel about this. Bottom house is modified nylon, and they added Teflon. Interesting. I don't think I've seen that in a bottom housing. I don't know if, I thought Teflon's not a great material. And then they're using a stainless steel spring, 20 millimeter extended special steel imported from Japan. So the springs are apparently really good in this. It's a JWK switch, so I'm hoping the leafs are okay. This is a stem of an LY material using UPE as the main material. Not too sure which ones share those. They are factory lubed, and apparently they are a little bit of a lighter spring too. And the top housing's PC. So we'll see. JWK switches typically, I find, have a much brighter sound signature. I'm gonna use these stock because apparently the factory lube, I was told by a few people, is pretty good. And I did take a look at one of them before. Not bad. This stock lube. I think this is fine. I can definitely see this benefiting from hand lubing though. But this is JWK stock lube. So I do think this is a lot better than some of the other ones that I've tried. We'll see though. Packs of these they sent over, so we'll open these guys. Cute box. There's all the specs on it again. There's more, I feel like there's more info on the actual website though. Ooh, come on, focus in. Oh my God, this doesn't like it. Lucas, thank you so much for the tier 1, man. All right, guys, I'm not gonna lie, dude. I was struggling to take this piece off of the box, so I just left it off when I was doing the inspection of everything, because now I'm just in this mood. I have to make sure everything's in the box at all given times now, because I'm tired of getting like scammed out of things out of the box. So I couldn't get this piece back on. I have no idea why. So I'm just gonna leave this off. But here's the box now. So this, like I said, this is gonna be a very interesting stream because we've already taken a look at the spectacle. The spectacle, I actually have which is I think the last time I've ever done something like this. I actually have like a 3-minute quick review on what I thought about the spectacle. This was the little point of, I'm not gonna lie, opening this, even though I knew something, yeah, Kenny, trust me, I already know, man. When I got this, I was like, yum. This is, I think, 1 mil. So it's not even 1.2. It's 1 mil and flex cuts. However, this does not exist in the production run, which kind of sucks for me taking a look at this because this doesn't even exist in the production run at all. Apparently, they're doing 1.6 they're doing no flex cuts. Like they have an option for no flex cuts. And I think this combination of stuff doesn't even exist for the solderable PCB. So what I'm probably gonna do today is add foam. Because this thin of a PCB plus flex cuts is, you obviously know this is gonna be kind of thinner. So we're gonna just take this out of the equation. We're gonna put a little bit of foam inside. I've been told the foam is a better, not quite as dense foam that shouldn't affect the sound too much. But the final production for this apparently has no flex cuts and you can get a regular schmegular PCB, which is appreciated. Some magnets on the case. Interesting. We got some foams. Feet. Okay. This I'm going to ignore. I don't know why they sent this over. This seemingly does not even get offered in the group buy. They're like little foam pads. I didn't see anything on the website about these little foam pads. So I'm just going to ignore that these are in here because these use gaskets socks, which I much prefer. So these have a thicker bottom and thinner top. So gasket socks, I like these. Again, small little improvement for me. I like gasket socks. I like non-adhesives. Cool. Interesting looking board. It's that 5-axis thing that they were talking about way back when it came out. This is like a, I don't remember what they called this color. It's a cool color. It does not have a weight, but it has these really cool curves on the sides. The side profile is super neat on this, dude. Side profile is super cool on this. Yeah, really cool side. You know, from like a visual standpoint, I think it's a cool looking board. Kind of flares and tapers upwards, so it kind of arcs up. Kind of neat. There's a little bit of a recessed USB-C cable, the Stylo Studio, because this is now a collaboration between some people. Still on the back there, which I'm surprised it's still on the back there. I thought maybe they would have done some more like collaboration branding, which is fine. I would have loved to see a weight on this, but the cool thing about this though is the price point. By the way, guys, they did send me this to review. I'm gonna be as critical as possible, and without being, you know, whiny and negative, and I'm gonna try being unbiased as I possibly can. Sorry, I'm just gonna put this here so it doesn't scratch. I would have liked to see a weight, but this is $219. So I'm not like overly mad about this, not including a weight, because the price point isn't outrageous. Now, hold on, I'm gonna go back to this because, yeah, they have optional stuff, but yeah, it's $219. I don't think there's any other variations of this board. It's just $219. Not terrible, considering it does have a little bit more of a complex side piece to it. Anno looks really great on this. I really like this color. Has a channel on the inside. It says spectacle there. This is the hidden screw design. Sorry, I got some like spitting as I talk here. And again, very cool side profile if you're into that. I think this is kind of where this board probably would shine in terms of its visuals. For some reason, my brain wants to say that this would be really cool if it flared out a little bit more, but I guess that's how you look at it. Yeah, I guess that's really how you look at it. If you look at it from like a little bit of an angle, it kind of flares out nicely. Yeah, I think they have a regular layout too. I don't think it's just HHKB. I think it's either or. I read somewhere on this IC about what they're offering. Oh yeah, so 1.6 PCB that's soldered. Yeah, so the standard, your standard PCB, or they're offering a hot swap with 1.2 and standard flex cuts. So they are gonna still offer a flex cut PCB. Okay. I like the curves. Yeah, the curves are pretty. Let's see it from the side over here. And this camera's a little darker. I need to brighten this camera up a little bit, but you can kind of see it. It's cool. Ooh, this is very, okay. I am glad that they didn't make this foam overly thick. Because again, I was told this foam is supposed to be a little bit better than just the regular foam. Like it's not supposed to be as muting. They have PE stuff. We're not gonna use that. And there, I think there's under plate foam here too. We'll see if we need it. I'm gonna avoid using it though. Foam dies of cringe. It's okay, guys. There's nothing wrong with using foam. To be clear, there's absolutely nothing wrong with using foam. It's all preference. We're gonna try using foam today. See how we like it. Interesting cuts on the plate here. All right. Let's put this all together now. Why are people against foam? There was just like this whole hype to hate on it. I think it's an amazing modifier for people who want different sounds out of their keyboards. I think there's like this stigma about if you're a designer and you use foam, then you didn't build a good keyboard or something like that. I don't necessarily agree with that. It might even be these Wuche stabs that have put a little bit of pressure on the... It shouldn't though. Interesting. You can see it's slightly raised over here, and it looks like it's not the back of the stab. It seems to be the front of the stab. Again, just simply cutting this part out on the plate, just for people who make plates. I don't think that should affect sound at all. Makes the whole build experience easier though. Definitely makes it easier. What keycaps? I don't know what keycaps we're gonna use today. I actually don't know. I didn't put any thought into keycaps. What bit do I need? I'm still very indifferent on screwless design keyboards. I guess a large part of me still doesn't care that they're screwless design. I don't know if you guys care about it. EU-friendly stream times? Yes. I'm hoping to add a few more this week too. Oh wow, this is way different. I'm pretty positive. Again, if memory serves, there is a video you guys can watch. This is way different from the original spectacle on the inside. So you guys can kind of see from the side. I should brighten up this camera ever so slightly, but it's okay. I'll do that later. Very different. God, I love gasket socks, man. Gasket socks are so nice. Installation on these things is just so fluid. It just feels better than sticking adhesives everywhere. All right, so this should just technically slip in here. Now, I'm gonna put no foam on the bottom, but we'll see, because it doesn't have a weight. I'm a little nervous it doesn't have a weight. And this should technically just fall into this. All right. I like this a little better than the original spectacle already. Although I don't think I got the, no I didn't. What's your opinion on cream sodas? Fantastic switch. I really like the cream soda switches. I really hope I don't have to like trim the, I do need to trim them. Still my gripe with these, what's it called? Actually, you know what I could do? Oh, fuck it, I was gonna trim them. Basically, when you're doing screwless design, these screws, like the place where you screw stuff in, the little mounting points, end up being too large sometimes for the switches. So the switches kind of taper off in the distance there. Thank you, Samuel. Appreciate your prime here, dude. Really do. Hope you're having a great day today, man. All right. Screw it all back together. Never seen this case before, but is it just me or does the bottom corners look like they will not allow keycaps to go properly? We'll see. I am not sure. We'll see. I don't know. Is everything aligned? Everything looks aligned. We'll see though. I have, like I said, I've never built this particular updated version yet. But that would be a pretty big oversight if it didn't allow you to. Slap on Obscura? Do we need the bottom foam for this? Is that what this ticking's all about? What is causing that? That is weird. Do you guys hear the ticking? Okay. It is. So if you guys can kind of see, it's literally impacting the bottom of the case and becomes very stiff. That's not a great thing to happen, obviously. We do not want that, but it's there now, so we kind of have to deal with it. Again, defeats all the purpose of having flex cuts. All the purpose. I think they're definitely going to need to raise these up over here. They would definitely need to raise that up. Yeah, because the thick side's on the bottom like they had mentioned. Let me see something quick. Maybe make sure. Let me make sure I am reading the gasket things right. Gaskets, thinner on top, thicker on bottom. I'm not doing it wrong, just so you guys can see too. So you guys can see, take this off. Thicker on the bottom, thinner on the top. Well, completely took it off now, but. So it seems to be they need to raise the gasket points, which maybe this is why they sent me these. Are these supposed to go on the bottom cases over here? Again, it doesn't say anything. I don't even see anything about this on the website. You need to double gasket? Okay, see, that's strange to me. We're gonna take out this. But, I mean, that would make sense if you need to double gasket it. Also kind of counterintuitive, though, if you think about it. Do they have a video on it? Look here. Let's see. Yeah, he did put the gaskets there. Why is there nothing about these gaskets on the website? That's so weird. So it's a mix of 2 gaskets. I think they need to update their ICs, though. Zoom out, Alex. Hold on. I do think I would like for them to update the IC to include the use of both the gaskets, because they make it seem like on the IC you only need the 1 gasket. Double gaskets, here we go. I think that's a bit misleading, quite frankly. All right, let's see. Does this raise it up enough now? Yeah, that's plenty. With enough pressure, though. Enough pressure that it'll still bottom out a little bit. Is that possible? No. Not under normal circumstances. So we're okay. That takes a lot of pressure to even do that. Digging the color scheme? Yeah, me too. I really like this color. Now that I'm putting the keycaps on it, I'm really vibing with this. The keycaps look nice on this guy. So let's review some stuff. Looks like we have to, I unfortunately thought we only had to use the 1 gasket. We had to add the adhesive gaskets. Would like to see that maybe changed. Not a big deal though. The board's 219. Here's the side profile again if you guys want to see it. Actually pretty cool. This is that 5-axis thing this keyboard came out a while ago, but I don't think it did well in group buy. There was some issues with it originally. It's pretty. 219 bucks. There's no weight on this. I unfortunately don't have one of the production PCBs. So we have one of the thinner PCBs with flex cuts. So I did add foam to this, if that's okay with you guys. Again, I was told the foam is supposed to be one of the not as in-your-face foamy sound signature foams. This is more of a review, yeah. Very pretty color, has the Stylo Studio thing on the bottom over here, a little logo. Very simplistic bottom, probably why this board also doesn't cost as much. Draw the weight. Very cool side profile though. That is super pretty. I like that. And here's the top. Again, this kind of tapers inwards, but the bottom of the keyboard again kind of tapers out a little bit here. So you kind of see that. Might be a little bit weird to look at though, from the top down. Definitely catches a bit of a reflection of the desk here, so it almost makes it look like it's sinking inwards. It does have a nice comfortable typing angle as well as a front height. All right, let's see what this sounds like though. We are using mid-plate foam. Again, I would have loved to see how this sounded like with the proper PCB, with the production model, but they did not have one for me. So maybe this is more in line of what the hot swap model with the flex cuts probably would have sounded like. So again, take it for what it's worth. And we are using the Kaisya switches. That's actually not too bad. Hold on. This is not muted at all. Do you think the front height's too high? It's what, 19 mil? It's not terrible. Let me see what the front height is. Yeah, 18.99 millimeters. It's not awfully high. This is in my range of what I actually like. There's a little bit of resonance in this. Oh shit. A little bit of resonance in this. It's not hollow. Oh, sorry, it's not muted though. This is definitely not muted. This is way more noisy than the Envoy. I wouldn't say it's hollow. I would say it has a little bit of metallic sound signature from it. I almost want to say it's because of the thinner PCB, which again won't be this thin PCB we have today. Yeah, it's super comfortable to type on though. This is extremely comfy to type on. I would love to see, yeah, I'd say this with a 1.6 millimeter PCB might be really nice. But again, I don't have one to test with you guys today, unfortunately. Ultimately, though, not a bad sound signature. I think the main draw for this is probably going to be the price point. We're using a polycarbonate plate. I also would like to see the FR4 plate with this. FR4 would probably be really nice. I didn't have many options in terms of what we could use today. This is polycarbonate with a JWK switch, which I think is already, I think this is like decently bright in terms of sound signature. Would have loved to see this with FR4. Would have loved to see this with 1.6 mil PCB. Not bad though. I don't mind it. Spacebar is kind of nice. Enter's a little bit metallic-y sounding though. Backspace and shift are fine. These centerpiece mods don't sound the best in my opinion, but again, I think an FR4 plate would be really nice in this. Anyways, would still like to see this with an FR4 plate. I think this has a lot of potential. For $219, this is not bad. I think, again, this is for someone who maybe doesn't like the styling of other keyboards that are on the market right now. For sure. Not bad, though. Not bad at all. I can see people really liking this for $219. Interesting bezel thicknesses. Very interesting bezel thicknesses. Nice colors. Needs a little polyfill. We could try putting the bottom foam in, but I have a feeling then it's going to sound really foamy. This keyboard's a beautiful spectacle to see. It's very pretty, though. That side profile is kind of hot. I like the color too. Any IEMs you would recommend for the sub $300 range, comfort being the most important factor. All right, everyone, enjoy the rest of your Sundays. Love you and enjoy JStream. Bye, everyone. See you in Discord. This is not muted at all.